What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. So look, y'all, this story is everywhere by now, but if you haven't heard the story, I'm going to break the news to you. So the other day, the son of MMA legend Rampage Jackson, Raja Jackson, brutally attacked a wrestler by the name of Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, at a Knox Pro Wrestling event, right? Now, the scripted segment turned into an outright assault, a brutal assault, after Raja Jackson felt slighted during an interaction that took place with Stuart Smith earlier before the wrestling match occurred, right? Now, Raja Smith, he's an MMA fighter, and from what I understand, he's just beginning his MMA career, and he's also a streamer, right? So he was at this wrestling event with this cameraman because he's a streamer. So he got his cameraman around him and all of that. So Stuart Smith saw the camera crew with Raja Jackson, and he assumed that Raja was part of the wrestling crew because of the cameras and everything around him. So Stuart Smith then grabbed a prop beer can, right? It's like a fake beer can, and the can was empty. And in fact, when he grabbed the prop beer can, he hit Raja in the head. But it's a prop can. Like, the can, from what I understand, is soft as a roll of toilet tissue. It's a really soft can. It's empty, ain't nothing flying, ain't no beer or nothing flying all out all over Raja. He don't feel it, which is why Raja Jackson didn't even flinch when Stuart Smith hit him with the prop beer can, right? And after he hit him with the prop beer can, he saw Raja Jackson getting upset. Stuart Smith then realized, oh, wait a minute. This guy is not a part of the wrestling crew. I made a mistake. I'm thinking he's part of the wrestling crew. So then he apologized to Raja Jackson. You know, he told him, you know, he's sorry about it. And him and Raja Jackson, they shook hands about it. And Raja seemed to accept Stuart Smith's apology, right? Or so we thought. So after all of this, they decided to let Raja get his get back during the wrestling match. And his get back was supposed to be that he was supposed to get in the ring and tap out Stuart Smith, put him in a submission hold, a fake submission hold, a choreographed submission hold to get him to tap out, because this is a scripted event. These hits are not real in this wrestling match. It's a show for the kids. They putting on a choreographed show, and the outcome of the match is predetermined. This is not a real fight or anything like that, right? So they let Raja, first of all, before Raja gets into the ring, I saw footage of Raja. He's sitting on at ringside, and he's still pissed off about the events earlier, even though he seemed to accept Stuart Smith's apology. So Raja, he talking, and he like, yo, you know, you can't just hit me in the head with a beer can. What do you say? I'm gonna hit him for real. I'm really gonna hit him. I'm really gonna hit him. I'm telling you, this is not gonna be scripted. This is not gonna be scripted. I'm really about to hit him. This is not gonna be scripted, right? So we see him saying this, and this came out after the events of everything else. So when Raja gets into the ring, he slams Stuart Smith as hard as he can. I'm talking about, this is harder than the Alabama Slam from Hardcore Holly, Bob Holly. You know, Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly used to do that dang on Alabama Slam, put you all the way in the sky and drop you. Raja did it with a brother, like Stuart Smith was like all the way over his shoulder. Like nearly like you put a baby over your shoulder, but further than that. And then he slammed him hard to the mat. I honestly think when he slammed Stuart Smith to the mat, Stuart Smith probably was already unconscious after being slammed to the mat like that and his head hitting the mat like that, because I don't know how hard that wrestling mat was. But after Raja Jackson slams him to the mat, Raja proceeds to let off about 22 punches to Stuart Smith's face. And it's absolutely brutal. It's ridiculous, fam. Like, the man is unconscious clearly. Raja just unloading. All because he didn't like the interaction with the prop beer can. As I mentioned to y'all, from what I understand, that prop beer can is excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. It's as soft as toilet tissue. It's that soft. It's not something that you're gonna get hurt by or anything like that at all, which is why Raja didn't flinch. Raja not superhuman. He don't got vibranium going through him where he don't feel nothing or nothing. It's just the prop beer can is soft. It's just, it makes a loud little noise, but it's not hard at all. And so yeah, Raja just starts unloading on the dude, like letting off 22 punches. And what's crazy is I'm looking at the referee like, ref, you not gonna step in and jump on Stuart Smith and protect him? I guess he was looking like he didn't want to get hit either, or maybe he was just like in shock. I don't know. I'm looking at the other wrestlers like, hey y'all, help your man out, because this is going completely wrong. This is out of bounds. This is some crazy stuff taking place in the ring, right? So then eventually they jump on Raja after 22 punches get unloaded. Stuart Smith he is unconscious in the ring. And at one point, I'm looking like, after all them punches, I don't know what condition he's going to be in after taking these type of punches to the face. I really don't know. Like, you don't know if this could be some fatal stuff. You really don't know how it's looking, right? Now, from what I hear, he regained consciousness later on, Stuart Smith, and I heard he's talking. And that is good for Raja's sake. Because if not, Raja would be in way more trouble than he's in right now. But he's going to be in a lot of trouble. A ton of trouble. And he should, right? Because this is absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, and from what I hear, and I don't watch MMA like that. I really don't. I watch it passingly, and I really don't watch it that much anyway. But from what I hear, like the day before that, Rampage Jackson was mad and complaining that his sparring partner got carried away with a spinning kick. With a spinning kick when they were sparring, right? So now, after he get mad at his sparring partner for getting too carried away, he get well beyond carried away, and he damn near unalives a man in the ring. He damn near takes a man's life almost in the ring, which is crazy. And before y'all start coming on here whining and complaining, why do you say unalive? Why do you say the word unalive? Unalive is a childish word. It's a childish word. Why do you say unalive? If you know anything about YouTube and if you know anything about the censorship on YouTube, if I say the K word instead of unalive, there's a possibility that I could get demonetized. This video could get demonetized, and I don't want to risk that. I don't. So that's why I say the word unalive, right? But yeah, man, so Raja allegedly the day before was complaining about his sparring partner getting too carried away, but here he is in the ring about to take a man's life. Nearly. This is crazy, man. Like, and so after all of this happened, Quentin Rampage Jackson gives his 2 cents on the whole event, and he said he does not condone his son's actions. He basically was like, he said it was a bad judgment and it was a work that went wrong. A work meaning like, this was supposed to be something scripted, something that was scripted that went wrong. But as I mentioned, y'all, Rampage Jackson was ringside saying, this is not going to be scripted. I'm going to hit him for real. And then after, we have this, quote from Quentin Rampage Jackson after he, says what he says, I then see a video from Rampage Jackson. And Rampage is basically like, well, sometimes these wrestling guys, they'll look crazier than UFC, than MMA guys. And, he hit my son in the head with a bottle, with a can. And, my son, he did something wild, hit my son in the head with a can. And, my son took offense to it or something like that. And I'm looking like, Rampage. That, from what I hear, there was a prop can. That's why your son didn't even flinch. If he got hit with a real can, he would have been holding his head, all type of stuff, hurting, in pain a little bit. He would have got a little bit of pain. A little bit. He would have felt something like, oh, he would have grabbed his head and flinched. You know what I mean? He didn't get hurt at all. And to simply say this was a work went wrong, no, Rampage. Nah, bro, your son he is wilding out. Your son he lost his mind out there. Your son had went off the deep end, and it's crazy. And I know you went off the deep end because after everything took place, I see him outside in the streets. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. You can't do me like that. I ain't no bitch. Like, bro, who are you trying to prove that you ain't no punk to and that you ain't no bitch to? Who do you feel like you got to do this for? Who do you feel like, you got to show you not no punk or you not no bitch? Why are you carrying this on you that you got to prove? What chip do you have on your shoulder that you feel like, I got to prove to everybody that I ain't no bitch and all that? Like, where is that energy coming from? He hollering that all throughout the streets, wilding out after he realized, like, bro, did you realize what you just did? Do you realize the severity of your actions? Do you realize, like, the trouble that you in right now, and you hollering out, you walking around outside in the street talking about you ain't no B word. I ain't no B word. Like, bro, what? It's just, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was brutal. It was disgusting to watch. It was outright heinous, man. And he gonna go to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is. And unfortunately for Quentin Rampage Jackson, he gonna have to fork over a lot of money during this situation to help his son get out of this. Well, not get out, but to help his son in this situation, he gonna have to pay it. Because from what I know, Raja just started his MMA career. He ain't got no whole lot of money just sitting around nowhere. Rampage gonna be the one paying for all these, for legal fees and all of that, because he gonna be in some trouble, as he should be. Because, bro, what are you doing? You lost your mind out there. You off your rocker. And what's messed up is I learned that Stuart Smith, he's a veteran and he's been dealing with PTSD, and he got into wrestling to like ease his mind and help with his struggles with PTSD, right? So he got into wrestling to kind of help with that, to cope with that and all of that. So it's a messed up situation when you realize, dang, dude, he's gotten into wrestling to help with PTSD, and he might have PTSD after this from what Raja went into the ring and did, and how he was wilding out, right? And let me just say this too, because what Raja Jackson, what he did was disgusting. It was egregious, gut-wrenching. It was appalling. It was brutal, right? And he need to be in jail for that. For real, he does, without question. But with all that being said, I see a lot of conservatives using this to get off some anti-black racism. Some black conservatives, y'all know a YouTube channel by the name of the Cartier family, aka the baby buck dancers, the baby butter biscuit eating bootlickers, the baby butter biscuit eating bootlickers. For real, the Cartier family. They go on their YouTube channel and they talk about this situation with Raja Jackson, and they title the video "Black Fatigue Strikes." This whole notion of black fatigue where, black people are just so inherently more degenerate than everybody else. And, the black degeneracy is just, it's just overwhelming. It's having everybody on edge. It's having everybody just disgusted because of this black degeneracy. These are young black men who are subscribing to this notion of black fatigue and just black degeneracy, where black people are more degenerate than everybody else. Right? And so I click on the video because I'm like, what are these bootlickers gonna say? What are these butter biscuit eating bootlickers? What they gonna say? Let me just see what they say, right? And so when I look at the video, one of the brothers, and what's crazy is, I'm saying brother, that's a loose term because they not no brothers. They just got black skin. They ain't no brothers. But one of the dudes, right, he gets on there talking about, man, I'm telling you, put 20 black men in a room, statistically, one of them is likely to commit a murder in his life. Put 20 black men in a room, and statistically, one of them gonna commit a murder. Are you stupid? You saying this about your own people? About your own ethnicity? You willing to belittle your own people, trash your own people, throw your own people under the bus to get rubs and pats on the head from anti-black conservatives who don't give a damn about you? They don't give a rat's ass about you, and you out here you out here pandering to conservatives who hate black folks, right? So I'm seeing people use this incident to get their rocks off with anti-black racism, including these foolish black conservatives, you know. And what's ignorant is that the brother who said that, he's a brother. I don't know if he is now, but at one point I saw he was a brother of Kappa Alpha Psi like myself. And when you know the history of Kappa Alpha Psi, how those 10 black men created a fraternity to help black men understand they could be more than just labor workers. The founders of Kappa Alpha Psi were dentists, doctors, lawyers, teachers, etc. And they created a fraternity in the Ku Klux Klan backyard in Indiana, at Indiana University. And they had all these things against them. And they were in pursuit of education, in pursuit of what's the word I'm looking for? In pursuit of prominence. They kept pushing forward. And for you to be out here as a black man, throwing black folks under the bus and saying you a brother of this fraternity, you are absolutely foul and disgusting. And you ain't no brother of mine. That dude that I'm talking about, with the one with the glasses with the little twist in his head. Do he got dreads or twists? I got to go look back and go and look at it, because I don't watch the Baby Buck Dancers, aka the Cartier family. I don't really watch them. I looked at their content in the past, and I made videos talking about how disgusting they are, right? So, but what we're not going to do is use this incident to paint a broad brush of degeneracy on black folks. No, this is Rampage Jackson. This is him and his ignorance. This is him and the ignorant stuff he did to Stuart Smith. This is him and his heinous actions, to act like we all just savages and animals and all of that, and to perpetuate that negative stereotype as far, and like to give credence to it. To give, like, to make it seem like it's just real. I'm talking about put 20 black men in a room and one of them is going to commit a murder. Just clown stuff, man. I can't stand the Cartier family. And a lot of them dudes that love to watch Thomas Sowell. But anyway, man, prayers to Stuart Smith. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. And you know, Rampage Jackson, he gotta pay for his actions, man. He gotta be held accountable for what he did. For what he did, for real. He gotta be held accountable. And it is what it is. But this was disgusting. This was foul. This was absolutely terrible. And hey, Rampage, talk to your boy. But it's too late to talk to him now. Because now you got to come out of money for all these legal fees and all of that, because he's going to be in some trouble. But, yeah, this is foul. And he needs to go. If he need counseling and therapy, get him therapy ASAP. Peace.